Hello everybody, welcome to J Go Home Go. Just gonna have a little fun out here since it's nice and snowy, and every year at my house I always build something for the neighborhood to come by and walk and look at and stuff. So for this one I'm going to build an igloo, and I had one about 2 years ago and it worked out pretty well until it started melting and then it was gone. But anyway, a lot of people want to see an igloo built, so I've chosen this spot in front of my garage here. That's where I had it the last time and it worked out pretty well. So anyway, with the magic of movies, we'll time lapse this and you'll see the finished product. So I hope you enjoy. What I'm going to use here is just basically what I used the last 2 years. It's a Tupperware kind of storage box here for my design for my bricks and stuff. So if you have one of these laying around, you can make an igloo. It's pretty cold out here too, so I don't know how well my equipment's going to handle all the coldness. Snow's bright out here too, so if you're going to attempt to do anything in the snow, always wear sunglasses, because it could really mess your eyes up. So anyway, important tip. Okay, so basically I've got the outline of it, and the big mistake that most people do is they don't make enough of an entryway for their igloos, so they kind of look all deformed and crappy. But here's the first layer, and I don't think my camera's doing so well, so I'm going to put it in for a little bit and then I'll show you some progress after. But that's basically what it is. And then what I'm going to end up doing is filling in the cracks with loose snow before I put the second layer on, and then that way it'll give it a foundation for the second row to actually go on there. So, but anyway, this is what I've got so far, and I'll get back with you on the next clip. Okay, so it's about 2 degrees outside right now, but I've only got 2 layers built on this igloo here, and I don't know if the camera's going to work too well. It froze up on me a little while ago, so I had to bring it inside. But anyway, so how I've got my second layer, I don't know if this camera's going to actually work right or not, but if you can see that, I've just offset the second layer, not halfway, but offset enough to where it's gonna stack right. Let's see if I can get picture of this outside part of it here too. Anyway, so basically repeat the same process over and over and over again until you get it to close in. And I usually leave like a hole on the top there because I usually have like a little fireplace on the inside to keep one of the igloos, or to keep your igloo from collapsing in on itself. You need to put a fire in there, and it'll actually turn it to ice on the inside because all the heat will cause some of the snow to melt, and it will actually reinforce it. But anyway, so that's what I have so far. It's snowing a little bit more out here too, so anyway, I'll see you guys in a little bit and give you some updates and stuff. So, bye. So this is the weather for today, and I'm going to continue to make the igloo for you guys. Alrighty guys, so I'm on day 2 of building the igloo. I had a late start yesterday, but anyway, so it's still in the negatives right now, but this is what I have so far. Okay, so I have my 4th layer going right now, and I've kind of staggered that to make the entrance, and I'm going to have to pack everything in. So the last one that I made was about 8 layers, so I'm about halfway done with this one. So it's going along pretty nicely. I've had to take several breaks because it's been so cold and my toes get frozen. But anyway, this is basically what it looks like on the inside for now. The work will still continue, so anyway, I will keep updating and posting, but I can't keep the camera out here because it likes to freeze up on me, and I don't want to have to buy a whole new camera. So anyway, we'll see you in the next shot. Okay, so here I am on layer 6 of the igloo, and it's coming along pretty well. Just have a lot of filling in to do, but anyway, it's a bit like Minecraft, building things out of the ground and making bricks and then putting them together. Anyway, so yeah, I've had a couple of neighbors come by and say they like what I put out every year, and their kids like them too, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, and then you get the naysayers. They're like, why do it, you know, because it's just gonna melt anyway. And I'm like, well, why not? Because I mean, look at what you can build by just a little ingenuity and time. And besides that, I mean, you know, you only live once, and this is my second igloo that I've ever made. So, but anyway, so it's coming along nicely. Let me show you what I've done so far. So over here, I'm waiting to finish the door because that makes it a whole lot harder if you have a finished door and you're trying to make bricks and you're trying to bring them in and create the roof. So the door entryway is going to be last, but in the meantime, I've got these bricks and I've turned them the other way. I've turned them sideways from what they were originally, and that's what's going to close the top in a little better, because it just works out better that way. I don't know why, but I've tried it another way, but it didn't work out too well. But this is the best way to do it. So once you get them all stacked in there, then you just have to fill them in, kind of like this right here, where it's just one continuous brick, and that takes a lot of time and stuff. But anyway, that's looking outside of the door there. It's coming along nicely, a little slow, but that's only because I'm doing it all by myself. I am running out of daylight though. Up here where I live, it's only daylight for like 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours, and then it goes dark. But that's only in the winter time. And in the summertime it stays daylight from like 4 o'clock in the morning till about 11 o'clock at night. So we have long summer days, long winter nights. Sorry. So I would rather live in an area where it's just nice and even, but right now I'm living in a part of the world where winter is short daylight and summers are long daylight and stuff. So, but anyway, I'll see you in the next clip, and hopefully it'll be finished. I've got at least maybe 2 more layers before I actually complete it. So I may continue this another day, like for tomorrow, but I'll see what I can do for today, and I'll keep you posted. So alright, we'll see you in the next clip. So it's day 3 of me building my igloo, and this is how cold it's going to be all day. So just a quick update. It's day 3, and it's still kind of in the negatives, but it's actually going to get probably about 5 degrees today. But anyway, so the problem with waiting so long before you build is when it freezes overnight, it settles, and then it kind of closes in on itself. So if you could get it done before like day 2 or day 3, then you're really awesome. But since I'm the only one building this right now, and taking my time doing it, it kind of settled last night. So I know I said that I was going to finish the entryway last, but since it was settling so much from last night till this morning, I had to go ahead and make the entryway. I was going to make it a little bit taller than that, but that'll do. And I ended up having to finish the tunnel, which is making progress a little harder to do, but it still can be done. I'm going to have to crawl inside here, so bear with me. and I'll give you a view from the inside as well here. So, okay, so we're inside, and it has basically just kind of settled in. And if you could finish it, you know, like I should have at least been able to finish the top row and have a little hole for my fireplace that I'm going to have in the center. But anyway, it's kind of claustrophobic. If you're claustrophobic, igloos are not an ideal place for you. But anyway, I'm not claustrophobic, so this is looking outside of the tunnel. But as you can tell, it takes a lot of work to do the tunnel, because you have to position each brick just perfectly to balance out on each other in order for you to create the archway. But anyway, I've covered up a lot of that with the with what I call the mortar. Right here, you just take some loose snow and you put your hand up right there and hold it, and it should stay. But anyway, it's still gonna work. It's just gonna be a little smaller than what I wanted it to be, but that's okay. That's what life gives you. Sometimes you have to make lemonade out of the lemons that life gives you. So, but anyway, it's still doable. So, and I've already had quite a few neighbors come by and say they liked it so far, and I'll give you an outside tour of what it looks like in the next clip. Okay, so another quick update here before my camera freezes up on me. I went ahead and I finished the tunnel, or the doorway, and then I finished a layer on top of that. I've got one more layer to go, but this is what it looks like so far. I would say one more layer on the top there, and everything should be okay. And I'll have a hole for my fireplace. And let's have a look inside. I have to crawl here. Gotta crawl to get in. Okay. Alright, so here we are inside. And it's just looking out. And then looking up. So I still have a little bit of filling in to do on this row here, because I want it to be nice and stable. And then I have one more row to put up on top of that, and it should be good to go. So anyway, I'll see you in the next clip and in a complete igloo. Well, looks like it might take another day. Not. It actually is a fully operational Star Destroyer. Just kidding. Igloo. Fully operational igloo. If my camera's not freezing up here. Anyway, so this is the finished product. Like I said, I didn't put a top on it. I could have made a top enclosed, but I plan on having a fireplace in it. Right there, there's my little fire pit. Basically what you want to do if you want it to last longer, you want to have a fire inside there. A small one at least, but to generate enough heat for it to melt together and turn into ice. But anyway, so I'll give you a tour outside. I smoothed off a lot of the edges and made it look a little more round because my bricks are all brick. They looked square. That top part didn't look too well until I rounded it off, but anyway, here's the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, so let's take a little tour inside here. Still have to crawl. Alright. So I guess all you're seeing is layers right now. Anyway, there's the skylight. Got some natural skylight going on there. Basically, I'm going to wait till about nighttime to start the fire. That way it gets nice and warm in here, and then it'll cool down by the morning and it should freeze up and it'll last a lot longer than what it normally would. So anyway, thank you for joining me on building an igloo. I hope it was insightful. I know some of you might be like, well, he didn't finish the roof up here. And anyway, I can finish the roof because I made the tunnel over here, the tunnel entryway. I could easily finish the roof if I wanted to, but that's only if I'm not going to have a fire in here. But like I said, to build a fire inside of an igloo will actually keep it longer than what it would normally do. But you want it to last a lot longer than what it normally does, because I mean, I put a lot of work into it, 3 days worth of work all by myself, and I want it to last longer, so I'm gonna build a fire. But I could easily make a roof if I wanted to. But anyway, that's just, I mean, there's several different ways that you can make an igloo, but this is the one that I chose to do, and it's worked out so far for me. This is my second igloo. So anyway, so I hope you guys were entertained, and now you know how to build an igloo. I wish I could have had some more time lapse of me building this, but the camera just keeps freezing up on me, and I'm not gonna fork out another $400 or $500 for another camera, so I'm gonna make do with what I have and take care of what I have. So, alright, well, I hope you were entertained, and thank you. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and do that bell thing that they're doing now too, because like notifications and all that crap. I don't know, YouTube is just taking a turn for the worst, I think. And then also with the unsubscribing me from certain channels and stuff like that, that's not cool. But anyway, I hope you guys stay in touch and keep watching my channel, and you'll see some cool stuff like this. So anyway, bye for now.